On September 27, 2025, I had my grand departure from the United States, as you all saw, along with the rest of the country. 2 months later, on December 5th, I flew back to America on a different visa to surprise my boyfriend. You should watch this video if you haven't already. And then this year, only 2 weeks ago, I was in the US again. So लोग इतना बेताब है जानने के लिए कि मैं किस वीजा पे US वापस जा रही हूँ and मेरा immigration experience कैसा रहा है. So इस वीडियो में I'm going to be answering all your questions. If you've already watched my wrapping up my life in the USA video, उसमें तुम्हें याद होगा मैंने mention किया था कि जब मैं अपने 2 महीने के grace period पे थी, उस टाइम पे मैंने USCIS के साथ एक पिटिशन फाइल किया था फॉर्म I-539 का टू चेंज माई स्टेटस फ्रॉम F1 to B1 B2 because I wanted to stay beyond my grace period for travel purposes. So here's the twist. Listen very carefully. On December 6th, I receive a notice from USCIS telling me that my petition has been denied. But on December 5th, I was already in the US. How? बस पहले से एक B1 B2 वीजा था. I've had it since 2018. I just never got a chance to use it. अब तुम लोग सोच रहोगे कि भाई कितनी चोमू बंदी है, जब ऑलरेडी B1 B2 वीजा था तो इतने पैसे खर्च करके एक नया पिटिशन फाइल क्यों किया? Let me tell you. There were only 2 legal ways for me to extend my stay by transitioning into a B1 B2 visa. One being I file a petition with the USCIS and I pay $400 something का fee, or I activate my already existing B1 B2 visa, and for that I would have had to fly out of the US and fly back in and immigrate on it. Yes, technically I could have flown to Canada and flown back in, but उसमें मेरे पैसे भी खर्च होते, उसमें मेरी एनर्जी भी खर्च होती, plus there was a risk of being denied immigration, तो इतना लफड़ा मुझे करना ही नहीं था. But that I-539 petition does not impact my already existing visa, so even if that I-539 got rejected, it would not cancel out my already existing B1 B2. And this is not just me saying it. I literally flew back to the US twice on my B1 B2 after my I-539 got rejected. Reject भी इसीलिए हुआ, not because I did something wrong or there's something suspicious about me. It's simply because I left the US even before that application got completely processed. So in that case, it is considered abandoned. So if you file the form I-539, you can legally continue to stay in the country for as long as the application is being processed, and that's 6 to 12 months. But I left the country only 1 month into that application, so of course it was ditched. अच्छा वीडियो थोड़ा लंबा हो रहा है, so I'm going to cut it off here. We'll go to part 2 to talk about my immigration experience.